One of the strange things about Christians is they're very, very focused about my little Christian world. And what's so important is to recognize there's a bigger picture. And Paul understood that bigger picture. It would have been very easy for Paul to say, I'm establishing a church and I'm going to see this through. I'm going to pastor this church all the way through until God calls me home. But he didn't. Paul had an interesting strategy. He would take a team of young preachers and teachers with him to an area. He would mission for a time and then he would move on, leaving some of them behind. He understood that the gospel could never be about him, and also that the gospel that God placed on his heart was to be itinerant or to move from place to place. As a minister, this is an incredibly hard thing to do. It's very lonely. It's hard when you've ministered in a place for a period of time and you love people to then leave them and create space for the next minister to do their work. Titus chapter 3 verse 12, he says, when I send Artemas to you, or Tychicus, do your best to come to me at Nicopolis, for I've decided to spend the winter there. Paul longs for the fellowship of those he loves. And so he asks Titus to come to him. And that's the amazing thing. If you think about ministry as a network, spreading a net over our world, it's all connected. And each knot in that net is one minister connected to each other. Paul loved his team: Timothy, Priscilla, Aquila, Titus, Silas, Luke, and many, many more. It would have been far easier for him to just stop and draw that team together and build one massive church. But no, he didn't. He knew that a network was needed. And we as a church need to acknowledge that we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to value the preachers and teachers that God gives us for the time he gives us, and then we need to let them go. We also need to call out new preachers and teachers and let them sit at the feet of those who can teach them how to be very, very, very good preachers. And so, as a church, let's look differently at our ministers. Let's value them, but recognize that there is a bigger picture, and let's share them with the world around us. God bless and have a great day.